Good morning, family. Today I want to speak on sensitivity and emotion. This society and we as a whole, and I'm guilty myself, we've become a little too sensitive. Everybody lives in their emotions. Everybody's always in their feelings. He hurt my feelings. She hurt my feelings. He said this the wrong way. She said that the wrong way. Well, you gotta come out of that place. That's not a good place to be. I remember a time where people could just say what they feel or what they believe, and it was okay. It was okay to disagree, but nowadays everybody has to walk around on eggshells because for one, you got to be politically correct. For two, you can't hurt nobody's feelings. The least little thing you say now can hurt somebody's feelings. All on social media, there's this thing about, oh, you and your feelings. And that's not a good place to live, and that's not a good place to work from. A lot of times we lose relationships, friendship, lose family, lose business partners, over feelings and emotions, and that's not good. So my advice for you, and I'm guilty of it myself, and I realize that the older I get, the more sensitive I get, and it's really not a good thing. There are people in this world that can work together and become millionaires, and it's not just about money, but not even to say millionaires, but to be really successful. And the reason being is because they don't live in their emotions. They don't let emotions control their lives. They don't let, like, somebody tell us, no, we get all bent out of shape, broke up, pissed off, mad, whatever the situation is, and we don't want to work with them anymore. And that's my point. It's like, come out of your feelings, because it's nothing really good in there. You know what I'm saying? There's this thing, my mother is hard and my brother is hard. They're not hard. They're just saying what they believe and what they feel. And it's like, if you don't like it, you'll either get over it or move on or whatever the situation is. But those type of people are free. Those type of people, they say what they have to say, they let it go, and it's basically like releasing shit. It's like, but the people like us, we don't want to step on nobody's toes, or we don't want to say the wrong thing, or we don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. And so we carry all of that shit around with us. Instead of just saying what you got to say how you feel, release that shit and let it go and move on. You know what I'm saying? And those people always come from a place of love. They never trying to hurt anybody or anything like that. It's just that that's their feelings. That's their reality. That's what they believe in. I believe, that we and I'm guilty. I speak from places that always come from my perspective of it. And so that's all I can really do. And this is just my opinion. I could be wrong in somebody else's sight, but it's just my opinion. Come out of your feelings, man. Everything, just because it's something you feel don't mean that it's right. Just because it's something you feel, I stepped on your toes, I may not have even known. I wasn't trying to step on your toes, or the next person wasn't trying to step on your toes. They were just saying that, they were just coming from a place of their reality or of their perspective of things. But we just get so caught up nowadays, and you hurt my feelings, and you didn't have to say it like that. But my main focus in this video is to say, don't be so sensitive, man. Don't take things so personal. Get out of your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Most decisions that are made while you're in your emotions or while you're emotional are bad decisions, because you're not making solid and sound decisions. You're using your emotions, and that's not a good thing. But anyway, again, man, don't be so sensitive. Don't don't look for people to talk to you the way you would talk to them. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying disrespect people. I'm not saying call people out of their names. I'm not saying let people talk down to you. I don't mean in that way. But I mean, everything is not about you. Everything is not about me. My wife has this thing about me being brutally honest. I mean, I don't say things that hurt her feelings or say things that hurt people's feelings. But my point is, I made her a promise, and that's just who I am. And my promise to her that I would always tell her the truth, whether she like it or not. If you ask me a question, and that goes for anybody, if you ask me a question, you want to know my opinion. So my opinion is what it is. And it's going to be honest, it's going to be the truth. And that's all I got for you. But, so there are times when I'll say things and she'll say, "Hey, you didn't have to say it like that," or "You didn't have to," and I'm not picking on her, I'm just using that as an example. If you want me to tell you the truth, there ain't no such thing as little white lie. There ain't no such thing as say it so my feelings don't be hurt. And I'm not talking about, that's ugly, this ugly. I'm not talking about like that. I'm just talking about the truth. That's all it is. I mean, we all use tact. We all have to be tactful. We all have to be tasteful with things that we say and do. But my point is, I'm not going to lie to you. And that's what I told her from the beginning. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to be honest about it. Now I'm not just going to come off and say something that's going to break you all the way down or tear you all the way up. But I'm not going to lie to you either. There are times when I say, "Babe, what you want me to do? You want the truth or you want me to lie to you?" Because it's either one. It can't be both of them. It's got to be one or the other. And so that's my whole point. That's another one of my points is that, your reality of it may be different from mine. Your perspective is different from mine. But regardless, the truth is the truth, and whatever the case might be. If I say you don't look good in something, that's just my opinion. The next person might think you're lovely in it, you're beautiful, you're great in it. But you asked me for my opinion, and so that's all I could give you. And I'm using that as an example because it don't always come to that. Again, man, stop making people walk on eggshells around you. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing at all. One love.